So I'm here today at Dorks Music looking at some different tenor saxophone mouthpieces, and in particular classical tenor saxophone mouthpieces. And this is always an area that saxophonists get hung up on because classical tenor is not always everyone's favourite thing, and there are lots and lots of different things you can do kind of with mouthpieces. I have to say I probably own more tenor mouthpieces than any other instrument just because I'm still searching for the perfect one. But today we've got three of the most popular options so you can hear how they sound and kind of compare them. So I'm just going to play them for you and then I'll tell you a little bit about them. And the ones we've chosen to look at are the Selmer Concept, the Selmer S80 and the Vandoren TL4. So I'm going to start off by playing you a little bit on the Selmer Concept. So there you've heard three different classical tenor mouthpieces. All of these are great mouthpieces. To be honest, I'd be perfectly at home playing on any of these. Just because people ask, I'm playing on Vandoren Strength 3 traditional blue box reeds on all of these mouthpieces. So if we start off with the Selmer Concept, it's a really kind of easy mouthpiece to play. It plays really smoothly across the whole range of the instrument. It's a very kind of homogeneous sound that I quite like. It's the kind of very smooth, soft sound, and that is actually the tenor mouthpiece that I use most of the time. Moving on from that, when we go to the S80, now the S80 comes in lots of different tip openings. So on alto, a lot of people play an S80 C star, and that's the sort of thing you might be presented with on tenor. But the mouthpiece I was using there was actually an S80E, which is one of the more open ones. Personally, I find on tenor, I find that C star feels incredibly close, and it's well worth trying something a bit more open. Typically, I think a D or an E are good ones to try. And what that adds is it gives a bit more, probably slightly more depth to the sound, but also more brightness at the same time. And it's a louder mouthpiece than the Concept really as well, so it gives more projection. So perhaps kind of the Concept would be great for kind of playing chamber music, playing in ensembles, whereas the S80 has a bit more projection. So if you're working as a soloist, that could be a reason to choose the S80 over the Concept. Then the final mouthpiece I played there was the TL4, which is one of Vandoren's offerings. Again, this comes in two tip openings. You've actually got the TL3 or the TL4, the TL3 being the closer of the two. The TL4 I've got here is a little bit more open, and personally I prefer that more open one. Even though it's the more open version, I do find that this one had the least resistance of the three mouthpieces. You could possibly consider going up half a reed strength if you're using this TL4. Again, it's probably more similar to the S80 than the Concept in terms of sound. It's got a bit more brightness to it, a bit more edge to it. And it's a very free-blowing mouthpiece to play. There's not much resistance at all to it, which is quite nice in a way. And it has that kind of extra brightness and edge. So overall, you've got three really great classical mouthpieces there, all just with subtly different kind of characters, feels, and sounds. The best thing to do is try them all out for for yourself, see which one you like the best. You can of course always come down to Dorks Music and try them out, or you can get them on approval. You can try them at home for 14 days as well, which is a nice way to try them out in different settings. So let us know what you think about all of these. Don't forget, of course, to subscribe to the Dorks YouTube channel, and then you can always get the latest videos, all the latest gear that we're testing out. But yeah, have a go on these, see how you get on, and let us know what you think.